Now we're going to look at scalar multiplication of matrices. This should be on page 7 in your book. So this is very similar to expanding out brackets, but this time we are, instead of just expanding out one thing, we're going to expand out every single element. So let's do that. So it goes 6 times 8. So you might want to show you working out 6 by 8. And then it's 6 times 11. And then 6 times 5. 6 times 20. To our second row. 6 times 4. And 6 by 9. So when we're expanding them, they still stay in their same position that they are in that original matrix. So then it's a matter of solving it. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 11 is 66. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 20 is 120. 6 4s are 24. And 6 9s are 54. And there's your answer when we're multiplying one thing by everything inside the brackets. This example is about paint. So you know that you can get paint in different sizes. We're talking about a 4-litre can of paint here, and these are the different combinations you're going to get for Firefox, Emerald City, Endeavour and Majesty, in how much of these different colours, red, yellow and blue, the combinations need to be added to make the particular paint. So Firefox would have 2.4 units of red, 1.8 of yellow and 0.2 of blue, and then different combinations for the other 3. However, we want to see what happens when we have 10 litres of paint. So if we have a look at that, we start off with the matrix that we've got above for 4 litres, but we want to actually do a matrix for 10 litres. So this is going back to our scale work that we did in the last unit, in the measurement unit. So it's 10 divided by 4. It's in fact 2.5 times more that we need for each of these units. So all it is a matter of timesing everything in here by 2.5. So it becomes 2.5 times 2.4 by 4 by 0.8 by 1.8, 2.5 by the next column, and then 2.5 by the last column. So individually, the 2.5 multiplies by everything in the first row first, and I'm not going to have enough space to show this working column like I did in the last one. So I'm just going to put the answers straight in. 2.5 by 2.4 equals 6. 2.5 by 1.8 equals 4.5. And 2.5 by 0.2 equals 0.5. And then you do the same for the next row. 2.5 by all of those. And then the third row, 2.5 by all of those. And then 2.5 by all of these ones in the last row. And then make sure you close your brackets. So the matrix in black shows if we were going to get a paint tin that was 10 litres compared to the smaller one of 4 litres, we would need Firefox in those quantities. The third example we're going to look at is we've got a nice creamery blackboard. I'm sure you've all seen one similar to this. and we need to represent it as a matrix. So I'm sure you can already see, and you might, if you get a question like this a little bit later, you could already put brackets around that. We've got our regular row and our large row for our chop top, chopper chop, and our Sunday. That would just look simply like this. So in these matrices that we do, often they will be involving dollars and cents. Very easily, very easy to forget the cents. 2 numbers after the decimal place for those cents. The last one that we're going to look at is using scalar multiplications to determine if the management decides to increase prices. So we did look at this earlier at the beginning of the year. So again, this is like increasing our percentages. Okay, so normally 100% is what it looks like. So it might be $5.20. If we want 120%, okay, we need to turn that into a fraction or a decimal. So 120 divided by 100 will mean that this number will be increased by 1.2. If we cancel that down and put in our calculator, 120 divided by 100 would give us 1.2 times bigger than what we have over here. So that would look something like this. Keeping everything in neat rows and columns. Again, we are going to be multiplying the 1 by 2 by everything in the first row, and then we'll do our second row. And so our answer will look something like this. 1.2 by $5.20 is $6.24. 1.2 by $7.40 is $8.88. And 1.2 by $8 is $9.60. And then the second row, 1.2 by 7 is $8.40. And then the next number is 1.2 by $9.50, which is $11.40. And 1.2 times $10 is equal to $12. So hopefully you won't run out of room like I have. So your turn now. I'd like you to have a go. Question 18, question 19, A and B, question 20, 21 and 22, and we're looking at page 33. Remember, at any time you can go back and revisit the video when you get a similar question. So question 18 is all about these style of questions. Okay, so if you need a refresher, you've written your notes down, come back to it and you can press play again. At any time you need to ask me for help, put your hand up and I'll come and assist you.